And welcome to Arts Talk. I'm Bill Roberts. It's our Christmas show.
I'm Terry.
I'm Cliff.
I'm Heidi.
We are here at the John Walter Museum down in the River Valley. This is awesome. And
What a
we're in
place.
candlelight because there's a concert that's going to be here tonight as well. So it looks beautiful. So it's not that we didn't pay our bill. We actually are using candlelight. So, are you guys excited?
Super excited.
You
So
excited for
excited.
Christmas? Have you done your Christmas shopping?
I love Christmas. It's my favorite too.
Mr.
Look at
Scrooge
these.
over here,
Yeah.
on the other hand.
He doesn't wear a Christmas sweater of any type.
Only
The answer
one.
was always
Only
no.
one.
He's dressed up for New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Okay.
For the record, we have a Facebook group page that we talk all, privately type thing.
Yeah.
And everybody said sweater, sweater, sweater. And my response was always, no!
I didn't see it.
Looks like I'm the odd one out.
And then we have Terri wearing Tom Brady. So that's your NFL reference? Like, this is Christmas. It's not
It's
NFL
my
night.
Christmas sweater. You can tell by the old gravy stains down here. This is my
And the
Christmas
snowflakes.
sweater. That's right, and snowflakes.
Well,
Nice.
you know what? Because Cliff doesn't have a Christmas sweater.
Oh,
Oh.
here comes the big surprise.
No, I didn't get you a Christmas sweater.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This one is for, if I can find the name,
Uh-oh.
Terry.
Thanks. No, I have cookies. Did you guys
And
bring
this one is
anything?
for...
I ate cookies.
I was gonna say I feel bad, but I was like, no, I brought
I had a
cookies.
cookie, that counts.
No,
Wait, here we
Listen,
go.
Christmas is about
Here we
giving.
go. He gets the big
Oh,
one.
look at
oh,
nice!
the big one.
And
I feel kind of bad that we didn't bring
I
cookies
know.
to it.
wait, I keep picking out the same one for cinematographer Eric, but it's not. I'm trying to find the. Here we go. Okay, so I wasn't sure if everyone was going to wear something Christmassy, so open them up.
Nice.
Open them up.
Yes.
I'm not putting a Christmas thong on.
It is a Christmas tie.
What is it?
Wait a minute.
What do I got?
You got Christmas shoes.
I got Christmas
There you go, the Arts Talk Christmas shoes.
This is perfect.
Yes, start Christmas.
What I got?
What'd you get?
Okay, that's just seriously hilarious.
That's perfect
I got
for
an
you, Heidi.
apron. See?
For Terry.
Oh, good. You can cover up Tom Brady then.
Why
Yes.
would anyone ever do that?
Why would anyone? Well, thanks you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You gotta
that.
wear
Heidi,
them.
that's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I kind of
Thank
feel
you
like
so
wearing
much,
it right
Heidi.
now. But right. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, listen.
The Christmas tie. Oh,
Jingle
It's
bells,
Santa's bells.
jingle bells.
so guess what?
Are they shoes
We also,
for you?
they are shoes.
That's amazing.
But we have
We
to
should
get
put
on to
them on.
something else here
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
We have some guests from the John
Yes.
Walter that we need to get on the show.
Who will actually tell us the important
Tell us
information
all
we
about
need.
this house
Well-
and this important information. So
Yeah.
why don't we bring them on?
Yes.
Sarah Dan, come join us. I see you in the back.
Hi,
And I have
guys.
something for you guys as well.
Hello, people.
Oh, oh wow, look at this.
Awesome.
Welcome. So
for having
first, and thank you for having us. This is such a beautiful setting to do our show in, for sure. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, Dan. Let's hear a little bit about you and what you do here at John Walter.
So I'm Dan. I'm one of the program coordinators here at the John Walter Museum and River Valley Programs.
And I'm Sarah, and I'm also, like Dan, a coordinator here and for River Valley Programs.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit what's going to happen here tonight and what you do over this Christmas period.
Sure, so tonight we are going to follow with the tradition that we've been doing for the past 25 plus years. I'm sure Terry can give you the exact date on that, I'm not too sure. It's been a while.
That's the other Terry.
Yes,
Terry
I was
McDade.
joking.
Terry McDade. And so, yeah, what we do is we light the two oldest houses that we have here on site with candles. And the McDades and some of their special guests and friends come in and they do a lovely Christmas performance for us, tell some stories, sing some songs. And then at the intermission, we welcome everyone to the visitor center where we provide some treats, some cookies and treats.
Nice. And very quickly, that's not just today. It's a number of days during the season.
Oh. So we will do about 19 performances.
Wow, that's
so we
awesome.
start on December 6th and we go till about December 22nd. So depending on the year, it's give or take what the dates are, but we try to do about 19 performances.
And so do the McDades perform it every single year?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
cool.
So there's actually quite a few families who've made this their family tradition where they are now bringing, like their children came or who are bringing their children. So we have like some neat family units that are coming now that have come for years and years.
awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
I think this would be fun to come in like family with your Christmas
Yeah.
pajamas on as a group. Like when I
Yeah.
walked in, I instantly felt like I was brought
Oh,
back.
these really nice
Total.
shoes.
Yeah, or your Tom Brady sweater.
Perhaps
Tom
not
Brady sweater.
historically accurate.
Not
No,
historically
I'll
accurate,
give you
that's
on
right.
that.
Tom
You know,
Brady's getting
Santa and his
close,
elves
he's
have
old.
been around forever. So,
Well,
you know.
speaking of historically
Exactly,
accurate,
yeah.
can you tell us, Dan, a little bit about these houses that we're in?
Yeah.
So we're actually here at John Walter's second house. It was built around the 1880s. As you can see, all the decorations here were kind of like where Annie and John Walter have already been married, and you can see like all the Victorian kind of design of what's going on. Since Annie Newby, before she was married, she was from York, from the United Kingdom, and so has this like, for the lack of a better word, like more of a feminine feel. Back in when it, yeah.
Sorry.
Sentence.
This was the main living area, obviously. Like our viewers can't see it, but there is an upstairs here as well.
Yep,
So this was the main living area.
Yeah, so this area would be considered the parlor. Just for programming purposes for now, there used to be a wall that runs right across here, and that side would be the kitchen, and it's kind of like the kitchen and the dining room as well. But this is where all the important people, where you guys are standing, where the parlor would be.
So, how many people were in John Walter's family? Because it was him and his wife, and I know they had children.
Yeah, so they had two kids, actually two boys. As you can see there, actually, no, you can't. There is a family photo, but there is the eldest is John Jr., and the second child is Stanley, and so they've actually grown a lot
Ah.
into here, and yeah.
And actually, one night, one of our matinee performances, we invite all of the living Walters descendants to come. So this weekend, we're having about 30 family members come, and it's really cool to have like
Seriously.
John
that's
Jr.
what-
Jr. and John Jr.
That's
Jr.
amazing.
Jr. And it's great for them to see the houses that like their like forefather
How lucky. Yeah, that's amazing.
built, right? And the
Yeah.
and the place where their great grandfather and grandmother grew
Steeped
up
in
in.
history.
So-
not too many people get an opportunity
No,
to do that.
it's very special. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So this building then is what year?
1880s.
1880s.
Yeah.
And can the public come and ever see this house other than, during Christmas?
Sure, so we do offer drop-in dates in the summers primarily, so spring and summer. Usually it's one day on the weekend where we open for a $2 admission drop-in, and we give tours and do activities.
Fantastic.
What
Well,
are the ticket prices?
Just go ahead,
I was
Terri.
curious. 'Cause
They're $39 for Candlelight Christmas.
that's a great
Yep.
deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome for what you get. Well, we have to get moving on because we've got a fantastic show ahead. We will have the McDades on the show in a little while here as well. So we've got lots to talk about. We've got an event section coming up, and Sarah's going to help us out with that. So she's coming back on camera, and I know she loves to be on camera so
Love
much.
it.
She's so excited to be here. So we better get on with this show, you guys. All right, we'll be right back after this.
Of her Emmanuel the Christ was born in Bethlehem alone a Christmas morn. And Christian folk throughout this world will ever sing, most highly favored name, Gloria.
All right, here we are with Arts Talk in the house. We talked at the beginning of the show that we would come and talk to the McDades with Terri and Jeremiah. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this. How long have you guys been doing the show here at John Walter?
Well, since we were little, right?
Yeah. Definitely since I was little.
I think it's 26, 28 years, something around there. But everybody sort of lost count. People just come anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Such a great atmosphere with all the candlelight. You get to interact with your audience.
That's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, You know, there's a rumor that maybe knock it down, put up a couple skinny houses, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't think we want that to happen either.
And so you've been doing it 26 to 28 years. Do you mix up the musical selection each year? Do you?
We have 3 different Christmas CDs
Okay.
that we draw from.
Okay.
Plus we've added more. And yeah.
Plus people just ask for tunes, and so
Okay.
we generally know them, and if we don't,
You make it
Try.
up.
we
You'll
know,
try.
oh, we make it up. Or we do it next time.
Talented enough to just fake your way through
That's
it,
right.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
I can
So we
imagine.
Yeah.
How many instruments do you play? Because I'm curious. Do you guys play more than one, or?
I I guess I play about 6.
Cool.
Wow.
That's amazing.
What was for both of you, what was your first instrument that you learned to play?
You first.
Oh, well, it wasn't really a choice. When I started when I was 4 or so I played spoons probably.
I love
Okay.
the spoons.
Yeah,
Violin
like
is
actual
a-
spoons?
Actual
That's awesome.
I love the spoons. I feel like I wish I had.
He was actually like 4 or 5 years old, and he was touring all across Canada, doing Canada Days in Ottawa and Expo
That's
Way,
amazing.
That is so
all
cool.
over the place. And so it seemed like we had a bunch of instruments around, and so kind of I'd look over and he'd grab another instrument, you know, and start playing it, you know, and I don't know, just sort of osmosis or something like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
It's in the genes,
That's
right?
awesome.
guess so.
So, did I hear you guys are actually recording again?
Yeah, we were doing a new CD. I was in Montreal last
You guys are-
couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Recorded a few new tunes, and we'll finish it in January.
Oh,
Very
nice.
cool.
I love that studio, Planet Studios, right?
Yeah, that's great.
You walk in, and it's like, would you like a latte? Hors d'oeuvres, you know. Kind of a nice little scene to go and record, you know.
It's pretty good.
So you've done this show, and I know you go around with that harp everywhere, Terri. So what's that like to transport?
Strong back.
No, it works, you know, it's good. You know, you just got to get your technique down, you know, and then, you know, work out.
And work out. Great way to stay in shape. So, what are you guys going to be up to in the new year?
Well, all sorts of different stuff. New CD, and then we're my brother and sister and I are playing in Quebec in Ontario in February, and
Wow.
then we're doing some festivals in the summertime, and yeah, I don't know. I'm doing my own CD in the spring as well.
Wow.
And where can our viewers find your music and maybe even purchase your CDs?
Maybe even if we're...
imagine?
I can't.
Right behind you.
Yeah, well, I mean, our website, iTunes,
Okay.
all the usual,
Oh, so that's
Spotify.
What is
is
your
your
website?
Oh, themcdades.com.
TheMcDades.com. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know, like all the different. Did you say Apple Music? I
All
did.
the usual,
yeah.
yeah.
All the
All the
usual
usual
streaming
stuff.
services,
Yeah.
yes.
Spotify? Are you guys on Spotify?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for letting us sneak in here between sets.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, and we'll definitely keep in touch. Viewers, you want to check them out. You just heard the website from Jeremiah. Get on there, listen to the McDade's music. They're awesome. We'll be back.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are all cool. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And we are back. Been a fantastic evening so far. Again, we've got Sarah joining us because Sarah's going to tell us a little bit about what is upcoming here at the John Walters Center and some of the things around the River Valley as well.
Sure. So our primary activity that happens in these houses are school programs. So we invite schools, preschools, homeschool groups, Girl Guide groups to book us, and you can do programs in any of the 3 houses. So we try and keep our 2 oldest houses, first and second house, and we're in second house right now, for our summer programs. And that's just because we don't like to change the air temperature in here too much, just to preserve the buildings a little bit. So then in the Christmas season, we offer Christmas programs in third house, and third house was the last house that the Walters lived in. So we do a number of Christmas preschool programs there. We talk about Christmas traditions, Christmas in Edmonton, what Christmas looked like at that time. We also go out to schools, so schools can call us, they can call our bookings line, and all this information can be found at edmonton.ca. And there's a search bar just right at the top, and if you just type in John Walter Museum, we're basically the first thing that pops up. So you can book us for school groups. We will come in, we will teach your class about making butter. We'll teach your class about different Edmonton traditions. We really focus a lot on community and what community meant back then and what community means now. And then in the summer months in these houses, we do quite a bit of baking, which is really special because
Terry's
baking.
favorite. Our baker,
We had some
Christmas
amazing
baker.
cookies earlier. So we teach kids about baking scones, we bake different brownies, cinnamon buns, things like that. And the really special thing about that is that we get to use the old wood stoves. So if you come to these houses, you get to see some of the, like, I guess, traditional ways of cooking when people didn't have electricity. So we bake with that with the kids, which is a really special thing for them to see.
And just quickly, is that based on old recipes as well?
They're pretty basic recipes that I think would have been like pretty typical for the day, yeah. We make butter, we do candle dipping, which a lot of the kids love, and we actually get a lot of teachers who book us who came here when they were kids. And so it's become like, or like we'll have
generational
right,
thing.
right. And so we'll have parents of students who are now coming to us, and the parents will be like, "Oh, I went there when I was a kid."
That's
so
fantastic.
I think I did actually.
right,
Yeah.
lots of people remember that, and it's the candles. Like they remember dipping the candles for some reason is like a very positive thing. So. Yeah, I think that's about it for John Walter, but all the bookings, we have a centralized booking system, so when people contact us, they can just...
And so how do they do that? Do they phone? Do they go on a website?
If you go to edmonton.ca and just type in, even if you just type in school programs, you'll reach all of our sites, yeah. And then another thing that we're doing that Dan and I are quite involved in is River Valley programs. And so River Valley programs is just outdoor-based education, so we take students, we take groups, we take adults, anyone who wants to learn to play outside, we take them outside and we teach different skills. So something that we're doing a lot of right now is cross-country skiing. And we have all the equipment, we have all the gear. That's like our number one question, do we have to provide equipment? We have it all. So people can go and they can book us, and we will gather a group of people together and we will take everyone out on the trails and teach you how to ski.
Nice.
Snowshoeing, in the summer we do biking, canoeing, all of that.
Canoeing would be fun.
Yeah, we canoe on the river too, which is pretty awesome. We do Voyager canoeing with schools. So schools with larger groups can book us and we'll take them for trips down the river. And it's quite a special experience. If you've like, a lot of us have seen Edmonton like from the river banks, but there's something like very unique about seeing Edmonton when you're actually floating on the river, right? Like it's on a hot day, a hot summer day. Oh, it's so special. So yeah, I think that's
So do all of these programs, even the preschool tours, do they fill up quickly? Like do people, for an example, if they wanted to book for 2019, should they be doing
Now's
that
the
now?
time to be doing that. Our bookings, we're booking right up to the end of June right now. So then our September school year will start, and we'll start booking for that next summer.
And for any of the preschools or I guess any type of organization that wanted to book a tour, is there a cost for that?
Yes, yeah, and all of our fees, like each program has like a different fee associated with depending on what they're doing, and you can find all that information online.
So are all the programs geared towards young people, or are there any for adults or seniors and so on and so forth?
Specifically with River Valley programs, we are really passionate about having adults and older adults become active in the River Valley. And I mean, something great about cross-country skiing is that it's quite low impact.
Right.
And so we're really working a lot. We are starting some ski clubs where they can come for 4 weeks in a row and have all their equipment provided and instruction.
Sweet.
And be with
That's
an
awesome.
older age group if they're more comfortable with that. Or, you know, women only, whatever is the comfort level as we are providing all those options. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
unique. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
That's been Arts Talk Events. We'll be back.
Snow, snow, falling down, covering up my dirty old town.
All based around Christmas. I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about Christmas traditions, kind of what you do at Christmas, you know, wearing Christmas sweaters, such as certain people on this panel that are not wearing Christmas sweaters.
Shame.
You know, I'm wearing my tie a little bit differently, a little more unique.
Oh!
Look at the well.
This was my present, as you might
And
know.
he doesn't want to put those
Well,
on
I can't-
either. No sweater. I don't put a sweater on. Well, I can't put the shoes on.
I can't put them on my shoes.
Now,
You
if
should
put
like
them-
tuck them.
If you put those on your hands, can you walk on your hands?
I don't know, I could possibly. This could prevent me from hurting myself.
That's what I was thinking. So he doesn't scratch himself.
Your baby
So
soft
you're
skin.
under it.
That's right.
I can hear you. Okay, so
we talked
Christmas
earlier.
tradition.
Are we,
Yeah,
are we,
yeah.
Is everybody done
Yeah.
Christmas shopping, for an example?
No.
No.
No, big trouble there.
You
Big
can,
trouble.
you can do it online now as well, you know.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Does anyone have any traditions?
I do.
What?
So probably my favorite one that I always wanted to do when I had a family that I do now because I can is every Christmas Eve we open one present, and it is always matching Christmas pajamas. And they are as ridiculous as I can find. And it's for everyone, not just my family. If we have relatives who is
Everybody has to
ever
wear
there, you have to wear them. And so when you get up on Christmas Day, we basically just come out in our jammies and we hang out in our jammies
That
all
is
day while
so
we
cool.
eat our food and just relax together.
Do you take a picture with the picture?
Absolutely. Like one year we had 21 people at my house and I got
That's a
like
lot of pajamas.
onesie plaid pajamas with the bum flaps.
That is
Yeah, we got some good pictures.
I'm sure you did. And Cliff?
Well, currently, my wife and I don't have children, so our tradition is quite simple. We get together on Christmas Eve, and just about every Christmas Eve we like to watch Alistair Sims in A Christmas Carol. That's one of my favorite stories and favorite movies. And Alistair Sims, so I suppose we all need the whole day off tomorrow then. That gets stuck in my head all year. But when I was a child, it was quite interesting because I grew up in India, and we used to hold off until Christmas Eve, and the kids would go to bed. And then all the adults and a lot of the neighbors too, because we lived in a very diverse neighborhood, Muslims and Hindus and Sikhs and all these people. But all a bunch of people get together, and for the kids, they'd put up the Christmas tree. So when we got up, which was like at 3:30 or 4 in the morning, because we couldn't sleep, we'd get up and everything was transformed
That's
into
amazing.
Christmas.
That is
I
so
love that.
magical.
So it was a really cool thing growing up, and had my wife and I had a family, we'd have probably continued that.
Yeah.
And we've done similar over the years with friends' kids and whatnot. And it's really remarkable when you wait till the very end there, nothing's changed, and then the kids, they go to sleep, they get up, and boom, everything is Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a really
That is
neat
fun.
thing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't last so long as it does nowadays.
Well, actually growing up, my dad and my stepmom, we always, some people are, Remembrance Day and they're decorating the tree. And
Right.
that's great. I love Christmas. But with my dad, we would always put up the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. So it's not, I
Right.
love that idea, but it was just always so magical. But for my family, my son and I watch the Nutcracker, the ballet,
The ballet.
on DVD every single year. And we've done it since he was 2. He's 7 years old now. And so I actually took him on Friday to go see it live. And
Nice.
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was so, I think I was more excited than he was. But yeah, so.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
Cool. Well, and we do the kind of the same thing. Where on the Christmas Eve, the kids will, when they were younger, for sure, would each get to open one gift. But one thing, and we watch Christmas in Wonderland. No, not Christmas in Wonderland. It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
Every Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve too. Whenever it's on, we'll watch it more than once.
That's
But the other
the
thing-
Jimmy Stewart one?
Yes, that's
Oh,
Jimmy Stewart.
Nice.
And then but the one thing we're kind of changed, and we're thinking of changing this year is, well, everybody loves their Christmas turkey, as we do as well, but we always end up with a lot of leftovers, so we're switching to Cornish game hens. And we have done that for one Christmas, and it's kind of cool. Everybody gets their own Cornish game hen at
Wow.
dinner. And,
Yeah.
and it works out,
That's awesome.
it is, it's good.
My husband's side of the family, every Christmas Eve, they have something, it's called kumla, and it's a Norwegian, basically a poor man's dinner. And it's a potato ball with a piece of ham in the middle.
What's it called?
Kumla.
Kumla.
Yes. And so it's quite doughy the night before, but the best part is in the Christmas morning is slicing it up and frying it. Oh, so good.
My
We do
sister's
tortilla.
in Norway. I better ask her about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, we used to have a recipe too that came from my family from way back. It's called Vinatata.
Okay.
So it was a Dutch recipe, and it's kind of layered with different types of cardamom pastry and dates and everything in the middle. And it's about yay high. It's probably 4 to 5 layers.
Nice.
It's very, very good. The only thing is my wife can't eat it because she's allergic. But it just means more for me if we were ever
Fair.
make it.
Fair.
Yeah. So what else do you guys have planned over the Christmas holidays? You're just gonna take it easy.
Actually,
Gonna-
this particular year for myself and my wife Leslie Ann is going to be a nice, quiet year. It seldom happens that way. We always go and visit her parents, and in the past, my brother's family and whatnot. But this year, we sort of needed some time to ourselves. So
Yeah.
we're going to make it a very sort of a stay vacation or whatever you call that term.
Staycation?
Yeah, that's what you call. So, and we're gonna take in some hay rides, and we're gonna do,
Nice.
you know, there's a 2-kilometer lights run somewhere in Edmonton, and we're just looking at all these different things. We're probably gonna come back here and take in the concert during this season as well to see the McDades, because Leslie couldn't come today. But so we're just gonna make it a nice, simple time.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah, I would like to come back here because I know my mom would love to see the McDades. Like we went and saw the Rankin family when we were in Cape Breton. So like now that I know that this is a thing, I'm totally gonna see if I can still get tickets.
Oh,
when she
yeah.
gets out here.
My understanding is they do tend to sell out.
Yeah.
Sarah said they're $39.
Yeah.
So
It's a good price.
if you're going to be buying, you need to get them soon.
Yeah.
And Heidi, anything like Christmas morning wise, anything like that?
Well, the sliced up kuma. And then, our family is very spread out, like within Edmonton, but I have, we do Christmas with my mom, and then with my dad and my stepmom, and then with Nick's dad, and then his mom, and then like other people. So it's kind of like Hanukkah, except lots of Christmas days.
If I did that, I'd have to circle the globe like Santa.
Oh.
My family's just spread
I was
all
gonna say,
over.
yeah, I have
It
not
gets
all over the
pricey.
world.
not the world, but the country for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome, you guys. So we will be right back after this. We're back. Can't believe this show's come to an end already.
Yeah.
The McDades were absolutely fantastic.
Amazing.
Too fast.
It's
So talented.
such a beautiful environment for Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got your
I
cookies.
do.
You want to pass
I
them
do
out?
want to pass them out. You take
Oh.
one
I
and
would
we'll
love
pass
to
it
have
along.
one.
Oh yes.
Tell us what they are.
They
Oh, I
are
got one too.
A nice chewy ginger molasses cookie because that is my favorite
thank
Christmas
you.
cookie. And
They
it's
smell like Christmas.
actually my
That's
grandma's
awesome.
recipe, so I've been eating these my whole life at Christmas.
Can we make this a Christmas tradition? So you give us cookies
Every
Christmas?
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every
Deal.
year.
Speaking
Oh,
of Christmas tradition,
It's on camera.
we were talking about a Christmas tradition earlier on, and I was gonna say, on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys got some really cool Christmas traditions that you'd like to tell us about and inform us about, that would be lovely. Just go on there and give us a little write-up and tell us about your
And
Christmas
maybe
traditions.
we can give cookies to some of the most fun ones.
Oh, I love this idea.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, what else do we ask them to do, Cliff, with our Facebook page?
Always like the page.
Make sure if you haven't liked it yet, get on the Arts
And you
Talk
can
Facebook
share.
page. Give it a thumbs up.
Okay, so the one that we picked that has a Christmas tradition, that she'll get cookies and I'll give you jazz hands.
There you go. And Sarah and Dan, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
telling us
thank you
what's
for
coming up
coming.
and telling you about the history of this house. It's beautiful.
Helping me book my kids' summer camp programs.
Yes.
This has been really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Edmonton.ca/day camps.
There you
Awesome.
go.
You guys gotta see this place. It's amazing.
You gotta
the
come
grounds
and see it if you haven't
and,
been here.
And the McDades and the museum
All of it.
and all of these wonderful people. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
And
Let
when
me
you-
buy my tickets first, though. Don't just.
Yeah.
I'm going to line up right
now.
So
Get a phone out.
That's right.
make sure you come
And I
here
get a signal here.
in the winter. Make sure you come here in the spring, the summer, the
Yes.
fall. It's here all the time. You have to come down and see it if you haven't had the opportunity to see this. So make sure. And there is another house here, which just quickly, Dan, tell us quickly about the other house, which we haven't seen on the show tonight. But there's a third house here.
Yeah, there's like the first house. This is the second house right now, and then the third house, which was built in like the 1900s, like very first one. That's when John Walter's businesses started to become more successful, so he was able to have the luxury of getting a much bigger house. It's staged in 1927 right now, where you can see like just what's happening. It was after after the flood, but I think they did a fantastic job like making sure that everything was still pristine.
That's excellent. Well, and the other nice thing about this is there's tons of parking.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know, you can bring your
It
car
really
down,
is.
you can ride your bike, you can walk down here if you're close, but there is a lot of parking as well, which is nice.
Right by
That
the
is
river
nice.
valley.
Yeah, walk
the
across
trail.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have a picnic in the summer. There.
Somebody was asking about parking earlier on the Facebook page, and I said you could actually park Sherwood Park down here.
Yes.
You sure could.
It's true.
All right, so this is our last show of 2018.
What?
Oh,
Thank goodness
So
this year's over.
we'll be back. Hold on. I know you're excited because you love Christmas because it says that on your shirt. So we'll be back in 2019. We're going to look at some different ways to be doing our show. We do have a live audience show scheduled in 2019.
And to all of you that have followed us on Facebook and liked
love
our
it.
page and helped us out a bit, thank you very much.
Yeah,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, been a ton of growth on that this year. It's been fantastic. So on that note,
1,
Heidi,
2, 3.
Merry Christmas!
Arts Talk. See you next year.
See you next year, folks. Thanks for the cookies.
Emmanuel, the Christ was born in Bethlehem alone a Christmas morn. And Christian folk throughout this world will ever sing, most highly favored me, Lord.